So today we're going to talk about the Bulldog Choke. So recently Ben Askren had a fight. He did the Bulldog Choke in a situation where they were fighting from the back mount. And I got several questions about it. And so I wanted to sort of break it down with you guys and give you an option that you might be able to use. As always, this is my lovely assistant, Mr. Adam Wilson. So if you go back and you watch the fight, there was this point where he took him down and then Ben Askren was attacking the neck. He wasn't quite, it didn't look like he was quite under the chin. Robbie Lawler's chin was still down, but what was happening was it was sort of locked in there. So from here, he was trying to reach for the hand, but he didn't quite have it yet. But if I'm locked in here, if Adam tries to turn towards me this way, he can't. And so, you know, there's different ways that he probably maybe should have done it, but again, it's a fight situation. Fights are crazy and they're chaotic. And so he began to turn this way. As he turned, he tried to bring that left hand out, and then that's where that Bulldog Choke came. Now again, if the choke didn't get caught, and again, I know there's some controversy around it, we'll talk about another situation that's happened as well, but if the choke wasn't there, this would have been a nice position for a takedown or something like that, so that's probably why he did it. But again, then he was in that spot, and we'll talk about how to finish this in just a bit. A similar situation happened, if memory serves me correctly, with Pat Miletich and Carlos Newton. That was the first time I ever saw the Bulldog Choke, was Carlos Newton. Like, Carlos Newton back in the day was jacked, and he had his arm just squeezing. You could see every muscle just like locked in there. And what had happened was, at the time, Pat Miletich was standing up, and Carlos Newton was coming to the back. And then again, just like before, he dropped back and was going for this leg, and then again, boom. Now, if you think about the commonalities between the two, this is typically, because I like the Bulldog Choke, and I'll set it up a way that I'll show you in just a second. I've actually posted this video before, but we can kind of tie it together. I like the Bulldog Choke, but we have to look for the person to escape to the underarm side. So it doesn't work very well. I mean, there's probably setups to do it, but I find that it's hard to set up if they do anything else other than roll towards this way when we have a seatbelt grip of some sort. So a way that you can maybe use this in jiu-jitsu is, let's say we take the back and we're on the auxiliary arm side, the underarm side here. We're playing this kind of back mount here. And like, let's say if we get a decent bite on the neck, maybe not even a full choking grip, but a decent bite. Sometimes what'll happen is guys will begin to escape to this side and they'll try to get their shoulders down. Keep going. Now what I'll do is it kind of depends upon if I have this grip or not. As long as I have this wrist grip here, I'm good, because it makes it really hard for them to get their body down. Because if he tries to bring his shoulder down, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my back pressing against him. So if he tries to turn to the mat, it's really difficult. And because I have this hand here, he can't adjust anymore. Because if I don't have this hand, he can easily begin to pull this arm away and scoot away from it, right? But by having this arm here, I can pull him in tight and I can maintain this grip. So now if he tries, he can't. So right now, a lot of times, you'll get guys, especially in just a scramble, they'll begin to turn and go here. And then when this happens, boom, you got a Bulldog Choke. So that's one way I like to set it up. And again, you can look at this. There's another video of the Bulldog Choke that I have on the channel that goes into a little bit more detail. But regardless, I'm putting the position here. We'll start with no hooks first. If someone was here playing a position, if they had a decent grip here, again, I don't want to continue to expose my back here. Again, you know, for me, there's different ways that you could go about this, but you definitely don't want to just turn and expose your back. And again, even trying to turn like this, it's going to be a bad idea. So we don't want to expose the back, and that's why it happened. Okay. That said, you know, it's a fight situation, so stuff's crazy. You know, like I see a lot of videos sometimes where people will want to like say, well, this is what this guy should have done. If anybody's ever fought MMA before, or if you've watched MMA fight, you'll see really good black belts do crazy things. Sometimes guys that are really good grapplers and they do things that they probably shouldn't have, because in a fight situation, it's crazy. It's crazy, it's chaotic, and lots of things happen. So, but that's kind of an idea. So if you're rolling with the back mount, if the person begins to escape to that underarm side, look for the Bulldog Choke. And hopefully that's useful to some of you guys, or at least a little bit entertaining. So I'm finished. Adam. So Adam, what is the name of your son? Adam. There you have it, guys. If you were curious what his son's name was, now you know.